Evening, everybody. It's 6:02, and this is your closing comment for Wednesday, the 7th of February. And we made new highs. Everybody is all excited about being only 5 points away from S&P 500. Um, I think of it just as a number. It doesn't really do much for me one way or the other. Okay, the chart on the screen is the oil, and I'm kind of betwixt and between here, and I'll show you why. So we made the bottom on this trend line, and we rallied up, closed up on the day that day. Then the next day, which was Tuesday, higher high, higher low. I said it was important to close over 73.82. We hit 73.82 yesterday, but we did not close it. Today, we had a rather short range day, it looks like, but definitely a higher high and a higher low. And in fact, we closed 73.86. Doesn't seem like much, but the numbers are what the numbers are. And it looks to me like the oil wants to go higher. We also had the oil inventories, which was a build of 5.52 million barrels. Pretty big, considering last week was a minus number. In any event, didn't hurt it, closed pretty close to the high. Here's my problem. The 5 day has gone through both the 20 and this orange line, which is the 50. Can't really see if it's gone through the 50. Let's bring this in a little. Right on the 50, just like it was the um, right on the 20 on Tuesday into Wednesday. So we have that. We also have the MACD rolling, looking like it wants to roll to the downside. And on top of that, the volume on the rally has been lower every day as it's gone higher. These are not great technicals, so we don't have a position in it, but I am wildly aware of it. And if we can't move again tomorrow, if we get up into the 74, 75 area and we turn back down, if it goes down on the day, we're going to be short. The other chart that I want to show you is Bitcoin. And Bitcoin had a really strong day today, and it closed very close to the high. I mean, it was 44,410 up 1,105 and came out of this little consolidation to the upside. Next area of resistance, 45,000. We were up during the day to 44,700. By the way, I'm sorry, this is 46,000, not 45. These are 2,000 point boxes. And this one, MACD rolled to the upside and crossed yesterday, and today we had the move to the upside. That's why I lend so much credence on that oil chart to the fact that it looks like it wants to roll to the downside. So there you have it. Okay, so the Dow was up 156, Nasdaq up 147, S&P up just short of 41. The only thing that was down was the Russell, and it was down $3.27 after being the big winner yesterday and coming in number two for the day before that when the transports were so much higher. So we have the oil up. We have nat gas down again, below $2, $1.96.7, down 4 cents. Gold was flat on the day, 2,051.70, down 30 cents. Bitcoin, I mentioned, the dollar was down 15 cents, and the bonds with the largest auction in history of the 10-year notes that went pretty well, down an eighth on the day. Earnings, ARM Holdings, semiconductor, 105.26, up 28 and a quarter, or 37%. They are in a great spot, uh, both for phones, CPUs, etc. There's not a lot of stock out here. This was an IPO that SoftBank continues to hold, I believe, 90 or 95% of this company itself. So, um, that and a little bit of short interest, and you get a 37% move. It's impressive, but it's also disturbing. It means that the market totally had it wrong as far as price discovery. Disney with a slight beat and a lot of news on that Warner and Fox deal for the three of them. They're also investing $1.5 billion in Fortnite. So gaming, and the stock is 106, up 671, or 6.76%. Going the other way, even though they both beat, PayPal stock had closed 63.24, down 47 cents. On the headline, it moved up to 69.63, and then turned down and went to 59.01. So a $10 reversal. Last is 59.98, down $3.35, or 3.8%. And McKesson, which also beat top line, bottom line, and gave good guidance. It had closed at 516.98, up 10.11. On the headline, moved $23 to the upside to 539, and then promptly turned around and moved down $46 to 495. The last is $5, 500, down 687, or 1.4%. Tomorrow is Thursday. So on Thursday, it is claims day. Initial claims, continuing claims at 10 o'clock after the markets open. Wholesale inventories at 10:30. We have the EIA Nat Gas numbers coming out, the inventory numbers. And as far as earnings, let's just take a quick look here. Before the open, Apollo Global, AstraZeneca, the drugs have been doing actually pretty well. A bunch of energy, Harley Davidson, Hershey Foods, IT&T, Lumenton, let's see, Ralph Lauren. That ought to be interesting. Snap-on Tools, give you a little bit of the DIY business, and Under Armour. Also, Warner Music, which today laid off another 10% of its employees. After the close, we have Capri Holdings, Cloudflare, Illumina, Impinge, which is, kind of an interesting name, Mohawk, which is also, a home one, and VeriSign. All right, folks, that's about it, and I will see you in the morning.